there we go. Oops. Oh, I'm supposed to do that here. Jacked up. Good morning. Welcome. Good morning, welcome. Sound check, good. Boom. Oh, wait, it's done. Oh, yeah, done. What's up, everybody? Good morning. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Got a couple things that I wanted to share with you guys. Talk about. Let me fix this here. To the screen. Florida story. A coach, pastor, and 79 other people arrested. We're gonna listen to some sermons. We're gonna get into the video. Hey, Courtney. What's up, Facebook? Good morning, YouTube. Heather, Lexa, Gigi, Xavier. Slenderella said, I don't see it's not showing up in the thing, but Cinderella said on YouTube, is this to demonize Make America Great Again hat wearing people? No, it's to trigger people that are easily triggered into coming and joining the live stream over the hat. Never mind the kids, never mind the coach, never mind the prostitutes and all the kids. I know there's people out there that their only focus is going to be the hat. And so, yeah, I put the hat on and it's in the thumbnail because I know people are shallow and they're going to click and join. That's why the hat's there. Thank you for coming. That's what I learned about YouTube. It's not about what's actually happening. It's not about the details or the facts or what's going on with kids. It's about stuff like that. Now, you're probably asking genuinely. So I'm not trying to I know I'm coming off facetious. I know you're probably, but I know that there's going to be a lot of people that join or click or later on watch just because of the hat. And if you knew me, you knew that that's not actually the case because I actually, I'm not going to say it here. We're going to keep the stream going. But good morning, man. Welcome. So I was talking to Silvio about this yesterday. And let me know, by the way, it's a notification. I tried to adjust the volume so it's not so loud because yesterday it was kind of loud. BL, thank you. Good morning. I got your email. And I haven't covered that story. Yet. 79 arrested in the Florida human trafficking sting. Now, this live stream, for sure, they're going to demonetize it. It might be shadow banned just because of the title and the words human trafficking. So please hit like and please share if you wouldn't mind. I'd appreciate it. I need that help because this is almost like a throwaway. They're not going to want to push this out unless you're like an actual news channel. They're not going to want to push that out. And so this guy, here's what I'm going to do. I want to show you some of this. Start out with this. There we go. Let's do that. Full screen.
The earth.
So this is the pastor here. Now, I pulled him up on Facebook and I looked into him a little bit. Just people already found him. I mean, his name is out there. People already found him. People are commenting on his post. This guy he has I think 3 kids. He's married. Let me play some of the sermon and then we'll get into some of the details of what happened. Good morning. Welcome. Join. Please hit like. I'd appreciate it. Oh, thank you for sharing too. Thank you for sharing. Isaac, thank you for the share, man. Appreciate it.
Jesus said, you are the light of the world. And he said, you are the salt of the earth. Light of the world has to do with share the gospel to the people, right? For people who are in darkness. Number 2, salt of the earth has to do with in the times of Jews, where the Bible was written, salt was used as a preservative. Right? We Christians are supposed to preserve our city. Amen? Preserve our community, our people around us, our friends, our neighbors, our family members, our co-workers. We are responsible to preserve them as God's children. So from today onwards, our pursuit, let's add one more, a new pursuit to see how I can be a blessing, how I can reach out to people in my community.
Oh, man. I'm going to mute this just to be safe. I don't know if that song is copyrighted or whatever. But this is some of the stuff that this guy did. He was caught for soliciting a prostitute, right? I think he paid like $25 supposedly for a blowy. While kids were in the car. See, for me, it's like, okay, if he's, he's just doing his thing, he's gonna go out. Like, I mean, he's married. I mean, I don't know why maybe he's going out to get his thing. But you have kids in the car, in the back seat. We're gonna get into that. Welcome, Maggie. What's up? Lexa already said hi to you. Tara, BM, Flossie. Hey, thanks for joining. Thank you for the likes. Thank you, Facebook, for coming through. Appreciate that. I know this video is definitely gonna be. I probably shouldn't have put human trafficking, but it was like SEO searchable. But I knew it probably wasn't the best thing. But whatever. And by the way, while this whatever this is going on, I guess I always wondered about this in the churches. When you see this stuff going on, this is something that never attracted me. I've been to, I forgot what church it was, because there was a while years ago where I was like trying different churches and stuff, and they were doing this thing where people would come to the front, like that, and go, oh! And it wasn't attractive. It just felt like BS to me. And I guess this is supposed to be, I don't know, they're touching them, they're connecting with God. Somebody can comment. I'm not sure what it is. But he's a healing man. So, Narella, I really don't care, yo. Unsubscribe and get out of here, all right? Shallow ass. Get the hell out of here. Answer me now, or I'm going to unsubscribe or not. Get the hell out of here.
Multiple promotions! God, many promotion! We have multiple enemies, multiple promotions!
Answer me now whether I know to unsubscribe or not. I'd like to know the point of you having yourself wear a Make America hat in the center square of your photo. What is that about? Is this channel racist against Republicans who free slaves? You know this person is dumb as hell and has no idea about anything on my channel. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Just let the people be dumb. If you know any of my content, if you see my political videos, you would know.
All of a sudden, they can't find anything wrong with me.
Now I can trump, I can.
And God healed me. They came to my house. They prayed for me the day I woke up. Look, if nothing happened.
The doctors found out that I have a fibroid, and they said, I told pastor about it and he prayed. And
do you guys, seriously though, do you guys in the comments, do you believe in this stuff? Like the healing stuff? Has anybody ever been healed before? Yeah, this person's barking up the wrong tree. You need to go to one of these other liberal channels. You're in the wrong place.
Tell you, I'm 8 months and I'm not feeling no fibroid pain.
It was a miracle of God because the tumor was there and it was now completely gone.
God is still in the healing business.
Have a new apartment, have my new car. My mom is here with us, and it's a blessing.
Okay, so this is the testimonials. This is the guy. Let's get on a little bit to the story. I just wanted to show you a little bit of this guy. I don't want to show the Facebook page really because there's a bunch of kids on there, but he was a part of a church. And that church also had like a daycare thing also. So a lot of these people are kind of like disturbed about it. Let me play a little bit of this. I pulled up a bunch of videos of this guy. This was a couple of years ago. I don't know if he was still with the church when he got arrested. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff here. Thank you for the shares. I appreciate that.
Okay, very good. Let's try this side now. Consecration is a lifestyle. Yeah, no, one more time, okay? Consecration is a lifestyle. Man, they are winning, come on. Consecration is a lifestyle.
Most people are just sheep.
This is happening. The problem is not God.
Brody, what's up?
The problem is we are lacking the ability to handle the situation. And that is where the new power comes to place. So what do? When you have challenges and situations, areas that stands face to face, go to God and say, I know I cannot handle it. Lord.
So let's get into this, man. Let's get into this. This is the right. Somebody bombed his Facebook page. Somebody's going through all the posts and comments. But this is one of the guys that arrested. 39 years old, Earnest Benjamin, a pastor of Breath of Life Worship Church located along Fowler Avenue in Tampa. Sheriff Chronister, if that's how you say it, said he offered a $25 oral sex for $25 for oral sex and made the deal in the presence of his children. It was his own kids. I mean, I guess it's better that it wasn't other kids, but still, his own kids. And if you look at his Facebook, he has like 4 kids. And on his Facebook, you know how social media is. It's like this whole perfect life. It looks like they're living in a wonderland of perfection. I'd be pissed. Imagine finding out somebody took your kids and had them in the car. So I get maybe it didn't happen. Maybe they stopped it. Maybe they intercepted it. But if you know that he got caught this time, he must have done that a bunch of times. Those kids must have seen that a bunch of times. This is just the time that he got caught. I've been doing that for years. There was another arrest too. 39-year-old Christopher Ray, a girls basketball coach at Land O'Lakes High School. He said Ray responded to an ad placed on an escort website. So let me play some of these videos. This one gives some of the story too. There's a couple of videos I was going to play, but it was the pastor, a basketball coach, 79 people arrested. I think it was 3 people that were rescued so far. And this thing took place between March 30th and April 9th. And this is the second human trafficking operation conducted by the sheriff's office. So this was in Hillsborough County. A salute to those people over there. I knew the thumbnail was gonna trigger somebody. You could tell these people could care less about the topic of the thing. But I'm gonna start doing stuff like that. I'm gonna start putting little things to get people to click and come in. You know, some of these people could care less. They have nothing else to say besides that. See if they have any. Leading up to WrestleMania 37. At Tampa's Raymond James Stadium. The guy did a press release. See if the video's here. It's on one of these things. Or, actually I had the YouTube video. Here we go. This is the sheriff's office, Chad Chronister. They also do like a podcast. If you've seen some of my videos, Veronica Reyes-Diaz, I think he was on the podcast, or one of the detectives from his thing was on the podcast.
2 months ago, we arrested 75 people who were seeking either buy or sell sex before and during Super Bowl 55. And as part of that operation, we recovered 6 victims of human trafficking.
6.
It appears these individuals responsible for this type of atrocious activity just don't get the message. You will be arrested. During yet another...
That's true. I see the chat going wild about the $25. Yeah, how are you getting a deal for $25? He should have thought something. Gallivanting. Jay. Gallivanting for views. Shout out to C Siren. $25. He should have known something was up with that. I guess he couldn't help himself. He just jumped on it.
Week-long operation that we dubbed Operation Takedown. We arrested 79 individuals and rescued 3 victims from the grasp of human traffickers. In the days leading up to WrestleMania, our detectives created undercover online profiles and chatted with men who believed they were speaking with juveniles. They created phony advertisements for sex, and female undercover detectives posed as streetwalkers. Among the dozens of men we encountered during Operation Takedown, our detectives came into contact with Earnest Benjamin, a local pastor at Breath of Life Worship Church, who offered to pay our detective $25 for oral sex after he dropped off his children at daycare. Yes.
Wait, did he drop? Also, he dropped off the kids. The kids weren't in, so he did the deal while the kids were in the car, but he didn't. What? Hold on.
Dropped off his children after Worship Church. Earnest Benjamin, a local pastor at Breath of Life Worship Church, who offered to pay our detective $25 for oral sex after he dropped off his children at daycare. Yes, he made this deal for sex with his small children in the car.
Oh, so he did the deal.
We also met Christopher Ray, a girls basketball coach at Land O'Lakes High School, when he responded to an ad placed on an escort website. Both of these men, trusted and revered members of our community, were arrested for soliciting another to commit prostitution. With the use of social media, our detectives were also able to take down those attempting to exploit children. Rusty Harden, who is a registered sex offender and already on active
thank you, Lexa, for noticing the Brady Bunch. It took me a little bit to make that thumbnail.
probation, thought he was talking with a 14-year-old. His texts were vulgar,
Rusty.
but his intentions with this young girl were far more vile. Harden traveled on foot to meet the girl, but was instead met by our detectives and immediately taken into custody.
Damn, traveled on foot. Must have been thirsty and desperate. No vehicle. There's a friend of mine too. I mean, yeah, a guy in Texas, Predator Poachers, big channel. They always luring these guys, these creeps, online. I think he's had a couple of people arrested too. Predator Poachers.
Our primary mission during Operation Takedown and any operation of its kind is to put an end to this despicable act of human trafficking by targeting the demand. As a result, we were able to locate and arrest an additional 2 individuals on charges of human trafficking. One of them was 32-year-old Jamel Muldrew, a suspect from Houston, Texas.
Oh, I think his channel got deleted. Oh, I'm gonna have to look into this later. Sorry, I might have to reach out to him. I think his channel got deleted. Oh, shit.
Undercover detectives responded to an escort advertisement, one in which Muldrew had been transporting a 17-year-old young girl for the sole purpose of committing commercial sex acts.
Damn. He looks crazy.
He was located and arrested on human trafficking charges, as well as transporting for prostitution and deriving support from the proceeds of prostitution. After speaking with our young victim, our detectives connected her with Selah Freedom, a tremendous organization that provides support for human trafficking survivors. She now has the access to resources and is in a much safer and better place.
It was a lot of people. Let me stop here for a second. Let me get you a little full screen. Let's take a look at the faces real quick. I mean, and salute to the sheriff's office, Hillsborough. It looks like most of them were kind of stings and they lured people offline, but there was a couple of incidences where they were attempting to sex traffic. So there we go. This guy looks crazy as hell. Jason Brooks. Oh, this is the pastor right here. Take a look at the other one. Got a lot of people. I'm sure they're all probably out right now on bail or bond or whatever. This is the guy, Jamal. You're saying it wrong. Jay Hill. There was one guy that was like smiling too. That's kind of where the inspiration came for a little smiling picture. This guy here, Mark Watson, was just smiling. I think it was somebody else that was smiling too. This guy has a smile on his face too. William Vanderbent, Bradley Winters. He looks like Igor or something. It's figured. This guy, Robert, this guy kind of stood out to me too. I looked into him a little bit. He's another family man. I know he definitely has one kid, maybe two kids. And he's looking kind of creepy in this photo, but when I looked at his Facebook profile, he's all like smiling with his family. A lot of people are family people. A lot of these people are family. They have kids. And they got this whole side thing going on. You know?
Jason Brooks, a 44-year-old Tampa man, was also arrested on human trafficking charges when he responded to a decoy prostitution advertisement. He thought he was going to pay to have sex with a 17-year-old young girl. He was arrested instead. Again, this operation has helped rescue 3 females from the perils of human trafficking.
Okay, so 3 women were rescued from human trafficking. 79 people. I think most of them were like, you know, sting operations. They caught people online. Heather said that mass predator poachers actually caught a local chief meeting young boys. That's what I was talking with Silvio too. A lot of these people, of course there's these smaller regular people, but there's people in positions of power, people in the church, cops, community leaders, coaches, whatever, people in daycares. I remember there was a website, not a website, there was a YouTube video that I watched where they were doing this whole sting operation in the dark web. They had this whole website on. I spoke about this before. And on the website, they had like a ranking system. And so they had these guys, I think it was all guys, they were uploading videos of kids. And so some of them were like working in a daycare. And so the people were like taking pictures and uploading it. And the more kid stuff you upload, like the higher rank you climb up the ladder. And so they had this whole sting operation. And I think they caught most of them. Whatever. But a lot of these people were like school people, daycare, really sick stuff, even stuff with babies on there. Crazy.
Unfortunately, the only thing wrong with this number is that we know that there are more victims. I want to remind everyone, if they see someone that is exhibiting any of the signs that they may be a victim of human trafficking, please contact law enforcement. You can do this by reporting anyone you think may be a victim and someone that you may actually be saving their life. You can report suspected human trafficking by calling the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-373-7888. Before I take any questions,
it's true,
I want to take a moment to recognize and thank our undercover detectives and our supports personnel.
Marissa said, Mel, so they call all these men involved in the ring? No. I think most of these are separate instances. So after I play some of these videos, I'm going to read the article, because the article, it tells us a little bit of some of the details of the people that got arrested. So we're going to go through them, and we're going to talk about some of these incidences, like this guy, Rusty. These are all like separate people for the most part. Christopher Ray, Earnest Benjamin. The guy, Jamel, he was attempting to sex traffic a girl. So we're going to get into that. But it seems like these are all separate little incidences. It doesn't seem like this is some sort of like huge crime ring that they're all in cohorts together. It's just a bunch of little, not little, but a bunch of different people doing mischievous things. And it's a lot. Probably walk by these type of people every day. You probably work with these people. I mean, you're probably dating these people. I mean, your boyfriend and your husband's doing this shit. Right now, he's doing it. Why are you watching me? Call him up.
For their dedicated efforts in eradicating human trafficking in our community. It is their determination, which allowed us to rescue 3 more women from the heinous grasp of traffickers, making another operation a tremendous success. I am so proud for each and every one of you and grateful for your hard work and dedication. I also want to take a moment to thank the Orange, Pasco, and St. John.
All right, so we're going to keep it moving from that. There was a couple of short clips regarding this story. This one is the Thing Nets basketball coach and local pastor. And this is a different stories. We'll focus on this story first.
Trafficking crackdown ahead of WrestleMania. Hillsborough County detectives say they arrested nearly 80 men in a week-long operation. Among those arrested, a local pastor and a girls' high school basketball coach. Sheriff Chad Chronister says this operation helped rescue 3 victims, but he says the only thing wrong with that number, there are even more victims still out there. We have more on the operation on abcactionnews.com.
That's crazy. Out of 80, you're able to find 3 that were like trafficking victims.
I'm Jennifer Lee. Thank you for joining us. Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Chronister says a prostitution and sex trafficking bust caught child predators, sex offenders, and some people you might not expect.
It was called Operation Takedown. It centered around increased sex trafficking because of WrestleMania. But not everyone arrested was from out of town. 8 on your side's Jeff Patterson joining us live in Tampa.
Good evening, Keith and Jen. This is the Breath of Life Church just
there's the church right there. Okay. Let me get you guys, make sure it's the highest quality. And let's get a full screen. How do we go? Oh, here we go. It's like a little, oh Lord, childcare. So they do like a daycare thing. And they're also like a church. That's pretty common too, that churches do like the daycare thing. And this is in Tampa, I believe.
Keith and Jen, this is the Breath of Life Church just off of Fowler Avenue. Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Chronister tells us the pastor here tried to solicit sex from a prostitute while his own children were in the car.
The website for the Breath of Life Church celebrates Pastor Earnest Benjamin as a man.
Well, the thing with this is, like, I think the media is kind of clickbaiting, because when you first hear the story, you think that like the woman was coming to the car while his kids were in the car, but it seems like he solicited the person, the prostitute, but then he went and dropped off his kids. Not that makes it any better, but I think it's also kind of some sort of clickbait kind of thing too with what they're doing a little bit.
Man of God, a multi-generational minister who's healed people around the world. His mugshot after his arrest isn't so.
Contribute to delinquency or dependency of a child. Yeah, so because he did that while they were in the car, the kids were in the car, the solicitation, they were able to add these extra charges. So he had 2 of his kids in there. I'm not going to put his Facebook on here because, you know, his kids and stuff, man. Imagine when you grow up and you see your father like this, or being married to somebody maybe you don't know, and you think this person is, you know, in the church, a pastor, living the life of God and all this stuff, and you got this going on.
So glorious. And neither is Sheriff Chad Chronister's account of his arrest.
Our detectives came into contact with Earnest Benjamin, a local pastor at Breath of Life Worship Church, who offered to pay our detective $25 for oral sex after he dropped off his children at daycare.
After he dropped off his kids at
Operation Takedown lasted just over a week, resulting in the arrest of more than 70 men, including Land O'Lakes girls high school basketball.
Oh, so that's the high school, Land O'Lakes. We were actually talking about this last night in Discord because there's a place called Pervert. What's the thing in the GG? Pervert something. Pervert Town. Pervert in Florida. Probably still my thing. Pervert something. Pervert Park. There's a whole trailer park of sex offenders and rapists and all this kind of stuff. They all live in trailers. It's a whole area with like over 100 something of these people over there.
Ball coach Christopher.
They have a documentary on YouTube also. If you want to check it out later, you can pull it up. Pervert Park.
Ray.
Despicable. These are members of our community that, as parents, all of us, place trust in these individuals.
And actually, yeah, that was Silvio that put me onto that. think, yeah, Silvio.
Individuals.
The sheriff says Operation Takedown also resulted in the arrest of a previously convicted sex offender who thought he was setting up sex with the juvenile.
Rusty Harden, who is a registered sex offender and already on active probation, thought he was talking with a 14-year-old.
Transmission of harmful material to a minor. Use of computer services devices to solicit illegal acts. Traveling to meet minor after using computer service. Damn, they really got him on everything. Excuse me. Probably because he was already a convicted sex offender.
The sheriff says detectives set up online profiles, and Harden sent text to a detective posing as a 14-year-old.
His texts were vulgar.
That's true.
But his intentions with this young girl were far more vile.
The Pasco County school system has suspended the basketball coach pending their own investigation. I reached out to the Breath of Life Church today to see if they cared to comment about the arrest of their pastor. So far, no one has called me back.
Say nothing either. Let me read a little bit of this article. You skip to whatever we haven't seen already. The sheriff detectives made undercover. Let me get a little bigger. Undercover online profiles and phony advertisements for sex. Female detectives posed as streetwalkers. Among these arrested, we know about the Earnest Benjamin and oral sex, and we know basketball coach as well at Land O'Lakes High School. And he also responded to an ad placed on an escort website. And the way to, I guess, they get lured is that the undercover would have to say that they're underage. They can't. I don't think they could lie and then the person think that they're overage. So they have to know, or at least be deceived and believe that they're underage and then agree to it. He has been employed with the school since October 2019, suspended until we decide what to do next. And so this is the guy, Rusty Harden, a registered sex offender on probation. Harden believed he was texting a 14-year-old and tried to meet her. And all this stuff is happening online. It's all on the internet. Maybe one day too we can do a stream or something, and we can talk about, I don't know, the different softwares these kids are using these days. Because I remember Silvio told me about some website I had never even heard of before that these kids or people are using that, like, it erases their traces or whatever. I mean, I know about like Snapchat. I know about Omegle, which we did a video on Omegle with the Joker guy from Florida. And there was a lot of young kids on there. He was noticing too. He's like, what the hell? Why are these kids there? Omegle's not a place for kids. A bunch of weirdos online on Omegle. And it's just connecting you with random people. So maybe one day we can do that. We can talk about some of the different stuff and make people aware of what to look for in your kids' phones to be cautious. Let's see. And so this is the second time this year the agency conducted an undercover operation focusing on human trafficking. Before Super Bowl, Operation Game Over led to 75 arrests. See, I thought there was some others. No, they're all talking about this. Okay. So I think that's it for that. I have two off stories that we can just click and view the video. Oh, and there was this one story. I'll see if I can pull it up real quick. Because, okay, so people that are watching now, this was just a impromptu morning stream to say good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you guys. Just to give you a little bit of a story of what's going on. I do want to do this Miami story that Melinda reached out to me for and sent a super chat last night. And so either tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to do the live stream. I want to collect all the information first. And so just check the community tab. I'll post something somewhere, the community tab or on Facebook, or just look out for notifications. Just check my channel either tonight or tomorrow, so you guys will know. So I'm going to play this video and look up this other crazy story about this teacher and the Mexican cartel. I don't know if you guys have heard of that story. Let me get these two videos, because there was a teacher killed in a Western shootout after this guy tried to rob the Mexican cartel. They went to a stash house, and I think they shot and killed. It was a teacher, a North Carolina teacher. They went to steal from the stash house. They shot the guy that was guarding I guess the drugs and the money, because he didn't want to give up the information. So they shot him in the head. The rest of the people heard what was going on, the shots going off, and they came in there and popped off on him. So let's check out these two stories, quick, brief stories. We'll talk about the Mexican cartel, and then we'll call it a morning.
Girl who was the subject of an Amber Alert overnight has been located and is now with authorities. This is a case that began out of Pasco County, but now has
So this is Tampa man arrested for sexual battery on a minor after 11-year-old found at his home. Oh, I think this might be part of the story we covered last night. Pasco County, yeah.
Connections to Tampa and Hillsborough County.
Pasco's sheriff.
And the interesting thing about this, supposedly, oh no, I was thinking of this story here. So maybe we don't need to watch this. We covered this last night. Nah, we covered it. No, sorry, skip that. For whoever didn't see that, refer to last night's live stream. We did a whole stream on that. This one is father of toddler beaten to death in Lakeland, says he tried to warn DCF to get custody of child. So this guy was warning these people, of course, like we always hear. They don't do nothing.
2-year-old Jaden Hines could be facing the death penalty. Tonight we have some new information about why Jaden's father was so concerned for his son's safety. 8 on your side, investigator Masa Saidi joins.
Hey Sarah, welcome. Haven't seen you too much lately. Thank you for coming by though.
It's live from the Tampa News Center with that story.
Keith, we're trying to uncover why Jaden was in this situation to begin with. We've searched court records, contacted relatives, requested the 911 call, ME's report, and any potential calls for police service. Tonight, the big question is, was the state's child welfare agency involved?
Oh, were they? What? Okay, let's see.
Tonight, new video of Jaden Hines' alleged killer in court as he's charged with first-degree murder. If convicted, Allegra Jones could face death.
And now we're here in a different case number.
The Lakeland Police Department's upgraded documents state after beating the 2-year-old, the suspect allowed Jaden to lay unconscious.
Okay.
Suspect.
It's a little blurry, but let's see if I can pull up the date. This might be a story. I want to do my commitment first to Melinda, but this might be a story to cover. I don't know. I mean, it's all the same horrible crap. The victim is 2 years of age and is the biological child of the mother. Of course, boyfriend. I mean, how often do we hear these stories? It's always the same crap. These people in relationships with crappy, horrible people, and these people sacrificing their children to the boyfriend or whatever. So the defendant and the mother of the victim have been in a dating relationship for approximately 7 months. Amazing. I'm gonna just hand over my child to you. I mean, maybe it's not just that. Maybe something happened. I don't know. I'm assuming. And currently live together as a family. On Friday, April 9th, 2021, at approximately 12:42 a.m., a 911 call was placed by the victim's mother to the Lakeland Police Department, as the victim was discovered to be unresponsive. Upon arrival, the police and EMS of police and EMS personnel, the victim was subsequently transported by ambulance to Lakeland Regional Health Medical Center, where he was ultimately pronounced as deceased. During the initial stages of the investigation, police investigators and LRH medical staff observed multiple bruises and suspicious markings over much of the victim's body, specifically markings that appeared to be human bite marks. Jesus Christ. Were located on the victim's left forearm. Soon after the victim was pronounced deceased, the victim's mother and the defendant provided sworn recorded statements to investigators concerning the events that led up to the victim's death. The victim's mother advised that she had taken custody of the victim from his biological father. Amazing, right? I say that in a very sarcastic manner for the people that aren't able to make any kind of discernments of sarcasm. So she takes custody from the victim. She takes custody of the 2-year-old from the biological father at approximately 5:30 p.m. and brought him to the incident location. She later left for her place of employment at approximately 7 p.m. At this time, the defendant had sole care, custody, and control of the victim and the mother's other infant child. Also, it was another kid. At approximately 11 p.m., the defendant attempted to contact the mother via text. However, she did not receive the message until a break around 12 a.m. The mother contacted the defendant, at which time he advised that the victim was not responsive. The mother contacted the defendant via FaceTime and observed the victim not responding to any attempts to get his attention. The mother immediately left her place of business and drove to the residence. Once she had physical contact with the victim and confirmed the state, she contacted 911. I can't see the rest. We might have to look this up and see. I mean, I'm just so tired of these stories.
Suspect allowed Jaden to lay unconscious for at least 60 minutes. Rashad Hines is Jaden's dad.
No 2-year-old child, mine, whoever should be experiencing something like that and have to die that way. So I would want the most extreme, harsh punishment possible.
The suspect has a criminal history, and he was dating Jaden's mom.
Not surprising, right? Ladies. I mean, I'm not going to put it on all ladies, but I'm just saying, you just hear these stories so much. You ladies here in the chat are cool.
Rashad says several months ago, he warned the Florida Department of Children and Families and the court, writing letters to the judge and calling DCF. Rashad tried to change.
Man, yo, that's just... Wow. Who's really writing these letters? If this says anything on this other one. After telling me, drop it, give me sole custody of kids. She even says, supposedly, I think even the mother, I'm just trying to do what's right on behalf of my children, especially when Miss, can't read that name, emphasizes via message she doesn't want them on numerous occasions. I'm saying, man, like with fathers, man, they're just screwed with these court systems. They'll sell the kids out, let them die. We should start holding these people accountable. How can you keep I mean, I know some of these people, they're not going to know what's happening, but when things are like this, you have proof, evidence, text messages, I don't want my kids, there's somebody that wants them, you're not going to give them? She lied to the courts about her financial something the days she has the kids. Oh man, that's crazy. They always tell them, why don't you get custody, why don't you do this, oh, you should have done this, you should have done that. Not the same for fathers.
The custody agreement, he says, partly due to his ex's alleged history.
She did lose custody of her first daughter, and that should have played a factor in. She did lose custody of her first daughter, and that should have played a factor in to the judge's decision instead of denying my letter. All that should have been evaluated when making the decision.
Records we uncovered show Jaden's mom was in court for a different custody case in Polk County in 2016. We called her listed number and we're waiting to hear back. Tonight, Rashad says your support is helping him survive.
The other day, and go to the gym and coach, and some of the kids that I used to coach, they bring me comfort. Like just knowing that I can use this as a motivational tool to better myself and better those around me, and help bring awareness.
Yeah, I feel bad for this guy, man.
Judge Torio Spore had no comment. Now on Monday,
of course you got no comment, bitch. Of course you got no comment. You got nothing to say. Horrible, yeah. That put a little damper in my. Okay, so let's get to the Mexican cartel, and then we'll call it a live stream. Melinda, hey, what's up? Thanks for coming. I'm definitely doing your story. Don't worry. Good morning. So the Mexican cartel. I don't know what's going on with these teachers. 2020, 2021, she's going crazy. What I want to do is I pull up some of the articles. I want to see if I can get you a video. Got some stuff here. Get it popping. Jeez. Do this one. A popular Union County teacher and coach was killed in a shootout last week. This is in North Carolina, by the way, with a Mexican drug cartel. Barney Harris was a basketball coach at Union Academy in Monroe, where he was well loved and respected. But there was another side to Harris that most people didn't see, one that was involved in the dangerous and deadly drug world. Channel 9 learned Harris and his brother-in-law, okay, so it was two people, Stephen Alexander Stewart, went to a mobile home park on Wyatt Road and Green Level, North Carolina. Let me make sure you guys can see what I'm looking. Oh, sorry. Let me get you guys a bigger view. Okay, so he went to this home, or not home, but mobile home park in North Carolina in the early morning hours of April 8th to steal money and drugs from the Sinaloa cartel. Bro, what sane... He must have been either super desperate or jonesing or fixing for a hit or needing whatever. You're going to steal from the Sinaloa cartel. Stash house. I might have been in a stash house with the Hialeah story. If you guys saw the abandoned house I went into where 3 bodies were dropped off. If you guys haven't seen that video, go check out that video. The abandoned house, Hialeah. That might have been a stash house. I don't know. And so, okay. Johnson said they got a bunch of phone calls that night after 12:50 a.m. in reference to gunshots being heard at the mobile home park. When they got there, deputies found Harris in a bedroom with several gunshot wounds. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators said that the 18-year-old Alonzo Beltran, whoa, synchronicities, Beltran, Laura, who was a member of the cartel, was also found with gunshot wounds. Deputies said his feet were bound and his arms were tied behind his back. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Detectives said that Harris and Stewart broke into the trailer and Laura showed up. While they were inside, deputies said the men questioned Laura. So these two guys, the teacher and his brother-in-law, they break in there. While they break in there, one of the drug cartel people show up. These people take the drug cartel guy, they tie him up and bound him. Imagine that. They're tying up the cartel and question him. Where's the drugs? Where's the money? And when he didn't give the answers that they wanted, they shot him in the head. The cartel probably would have killed that guy too if he would have given up the information. And they were trying to find the money and the drugs. Apparently, he didn't give the information to do that and was technically close range. 2 bullets to the back of the head. He was executed. This is Alonso Beltran. I don't know who Juan Daniel Solanas Laura. Oh, is it 2 of them? Are they siblings? Johnson said after the pair killed Laura, other members of the cartel showed up and Harris was killed in the gunfight that followed. According to Johnson, dozens of bullet casings were found at the scene. Some pierced through the other trailers in the community, but no other injuries were reported. Trailers were shot up in a Western shootout. Well, that must have been crazy as hell. The sheriff said Harris was wearing a bulletproof vest, but that it was no match for the high caliber firepower of the cartel's guns. They don't care about that stuff. I mean, the bulletproof vest, they're going to shoot right through that. Angela, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate that. Appreciate your cash apps. Oh, and a quick thank you to Maddie's mother. I'm not gonna say her name because these people are crazy, but thank you for the donation that she sent the other day too. That was nice. Appreciate that. And AP, how you doing? Welcome. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're out of, I hope you're in better health. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, we got pictures here too. Let's take a look at the pictures. So he was wearing a bulletproof vest, and that didn't do nothing. Wonder what kind of ammunition they were using. He had gloves on, and they went there to do what was done, except they did not think it was going to backfire on them. Sorry, I can't read. To me, though, too. Oh, damn! This would, Jesus. Look at that face, that mug. So who is this? The teacher or the? Okay, this is the brother-in-law. Stephen Alexander survived the shooting and was arrested. He's been charged with armed robbery and murder. Damn, greasy looking motherfucker. God. Jesus. Sorry for the cursing. It's too early for cursing, right? Jesus. God. Yeah. So this is the bullets. What else we got here? Imagine being in your little trailer home, chilling. Just bullets. Oh, come on. Advertisement. Damn. Oh, that's the guy. That's Barney Harris. I was gonna try to do a joke. The Walter White. Walter Black. Say that? Just your regular average guy. Messing with the cartel on the side. He has like an unassuming smile, but it's almost like a forced smile. But not overly. It's like kind of like, oh, I messed up my. Something like that. I don't know. Damn. Was rolling deep. So, wow. Woo, look at all that. The coca. Almans County evidence photos. The county sheriff's office said that they seized 129 kilos of cocaine and 2.2 million since February 19, 2021. Oh my God, they're not gonna be happy about that. They might come for his whole family. They might come for that guy's whole family. You just messed up the money, the game. You took out one of the cartel, even though those people probably don't care about their own people. You just took out one of the cartel people, caused a loss of money. Woo! Look at that coca, man. It's in a little cartel. You know they pissed off. Damn, look at that stuff, man. I didn't know North Carolina was doing it like that. Yeah. That money, that bags, stuff, some sort of balloon. I don't know what the balloon is for. Is that they put it up their rectum or something? It's like something they shove up their rectum. I was watching this guy, Charleston White. Jason put me on to him. He was talking about like the Mexican cartel. It was hilarious, the commentary he was giving. Damn. It's a lot. They're trying to come up. I guess they were thinking, I mean, they're not going to leave all this stuff by itself, though. Why would you think that the Sinaloa cartel is just going to leave all these drugs and money unattended? Damn, bro. I mean, I don't know if this is all in the trailer or they're just saying that this is the amount that they took since February. There are pictures of all the stuff. And bro, money's nothing. And one of these stacks should probably be good for a while. Just need a stack. Think they'd notice if a stack was missing? All right, let me play. Let's see if there's any videos of it. I think I pretty much read a good description, but this was by WSOTV.com. They did a really good job of with the article. 26 seconds. All right, I gotta entertain you for 30 seconds. Well, let's take a look at the chat. Jason said, I'm unsubscribed. You're being racist against the cartel. AP said, thanks, Mel. I'm fighting the good fight without, a pancreas, spleen, or small intestines. Wow. I'm still adjusting to a completely different life. Hanging in there. Thanks for the love, Mel, Jason. Thanks for the love, Jason and Mel. Wow, that's intense. You've really been going through it. These are just one of those videos. Let me find you another video. That AP really, oh my God. On test. Crazy, man. You never know what people are into. Moving to Florida, and they all want to move with me. 7 kiddos. Don't come to Florida. Don't come.
The shootout played out last Thursday in this mobile home community off I-85.
A gun was found, bulletproof vest, gloves, etc. Because it, like I say, it looked like the trailers that were all shot up looks like a old Western shootout. That's what it looked like.
Alamance County Sheriff Terry Johnson told us deputies found 2 people dead inside one of those trailers. 18-year-old Alonso Beltran Lara, a member of a Mexican drug cartel, and Barney Harris, that teacher and basketball coach from Union Academy in Monroe. The sheriff said Harris and his brother-in-law, Stephen Stewart, had used electronic trackers to follow the cartel's drugs and money to that trailer here in Alamance County.
Oh, so they were really trying to make a move on the cartel. That mugshot is horrible. That officer that shot Dante. It's a horrible mugshot. Jesus. I mean, it's not going to be a good mugshot, I guess. But they actually placed trackers?
He said they broke in early Thursday to steal the stash when Beltran Lara showed up.
And they were trying to find the money and the drugs, and apparently he didn't give them the information to do that, and he was technically, there were close range, 2 bullet holes in the back of the head. He was executed.
The sheriff says other cartel members showed up and Harris was killed in the shootout that followed. He said Harris was wearing a bulletproof vest, but it was no match for the high caliber firepower of the cartel's guns. Deputies say they found about 2 pounds of cocaine in the trailer along with $7,000 in cash. Officers later arrested Harris's brother-in-law in Wadesboro. Stephen Stewart is now charged with murder and robbery. But no one can explain why Barney Harris was allegedly living a dangerous and ultimately deadly double life, taking on a Mexican cartel.
Yeah, because it's weird. Maybe there's a lot more to him. I mean, obviously, than just being a teacher, but I mean, you would think that, okay, maybe they want to get high or whatever, but this seems like more than getting high. Maybe they just wanted the money, or are they a part of a gang themselves? What kind of life is he leading on the side?
Just hard to understand, like
Walter White, man.
That someone like Mr. Harris, who apparently had a pretty good life as a teacher and a coach, wind up in this type of crime.
Damn. I wonder what those kids are thinking too. Like, damn, Mr. Harris, he went against the drug cartel. What, Mr. Harris? All right, give me 1 second. What is it? What are we at? We're also now. We did good timing today. An hour? Oh, we did amazing. Let me close this for a second. I just want to close the background, close all this stuff. I'm going to play a little bit. I think most of the subscribers have seen this video. I'm just going to skip through it real quick, because this one was kind of weird too. This one, I went to this house where these 3 people were dumped. They were all shot in the back of the head, execution style. Hialeah. There's an incident that happened over the weekend. I was reading this story about these 3 guys in Opelika, Florida. I don't go to Opelika often, especially at this time, which is the worst time, rush hour traffic. It's crazy over there to drive. Anyway, there was a 50-year-old and I believe a 26-year-old, and they haven't ID'd the other person, the third person, which is the survivor. These 3 guys, apparently the way the story is going is that they're in some sort of moving truck and they were tortured for hours. That's what police are saying. And 2 of them were shot. Somehow the other guy survived. I don't know how. Maybe he was shot and he survived. And they were thrown in the front of a abandoned house. I guess that's where the bodies were found, in an abandoned house. And so I thought it would be interesting to go to that house to take a look around. This is what I do in my free time. Go to abandoned houses or go searching through the woods and stuff like that. Initially thought that the whole thing happened in that house. So I was like, if there's access to the house, it would be really interesting to go in there. Really creepy too, to go in there. But apparently it happened inside of a moving type of truck. So I'm not sure. It could be a complete waste of time to drive out there, but I am just curious to maybe check out the area, check out the house. The other thing too, you know, with these guys, they're saying that, you know, there was supposedly, the story says they're good people. One of the guys has a 1-year-old, so it's really tragic and unfortunate. 1-year-old child. Thank you. Thank you, Angela, for the cash out. It was really nice of you. You've been I appreciate that. Thank you, Jason. You guys are amazing. Amazing. You know, so now another fatherless child in society. Trap houses, right? And the other interesting thing to it too, which I almost wonder if it has anything to do with anything, or was this thing just random? They both had brush-ins with the law, according to the article I was reading. One, I forgot which order it was, but one of them got in trouble because of a tractor. They had a tractor that was like stolen, and there was like a GPS device on there, and so they tracked the stolen thing, and so they got in trouble. And then the other person, they had 2 cargo, I don't know, I forgot what it was called. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit to the house, but basically there's these 3 people. They had previous history, like crime stuff, and it was like weird stuff like with cargo. I'm thinking they might have been into some drug cartel stuff, I don't know, or they owed somebody, or the cartel, or some people were afraid that they were gonna snitch, or something like that. And so they were put behind a moving truck. I think it was 3 of them, and they were supposedly being tortured for hours. And I guess I'm assuming they were trying to extract information, and so maybe either they got it or they didn't, and they got shot in the back of the head, execution style. They got pushed out of the vehicle in the backyard of an abandoned house. It was weird because I went to the neighborhood. I had no idea the door was going to be open to this place. I had no idea this was going to be an abandoned house. Actually, I might have known it. I don't know. Yeah, I knew it was an abandoned house. I didn't think it was going to be open though. And so it's just weird because it's this one abandoned house in this neighborhood of houses that are not abandoned. And I'm like, this can't just be random that these people are dropped off and it happens to be this random house. Not dropped off, but thrown out of the truck. And there was one survivor, which I'm sure they didn't expect there to be a survivor. And so this person, he waved somebody down. He was bleeding and everything. They took him to the hospital. And then we've never heard anything else from the story. And like Jason was saying, he's probably in witness protection. They probably got him sealed up and whatever. We haven't heard nothing else from that story. This is the neighborhood here. Let me put it up here. But this is the corner. I asked the lady that I saw outside.
Breaking news. Zantac linked.
Zantac what?
Used this popular heartburn drug.
That is true. Zantac cancer. I think there's some blood pressure medication too that's linked to whatever. Everything's linked to something. Shootings and everything's linked to carcinogens. We're all dying slowly. She said yes. She said there's gonna be some orange stuff on the corner. I think it's over there on the floor. I'm not sure if this is the abandoned house. This looks abandoned. It's all gated. I think these marks on the ground too. I think that's I don't know. I think that's crime markers or something like the police do. I
Let's just give you a little look at what the area looks like. But I mean, as I drove here though, there's kids outside the house, it's families. The other thing I was thinking about is, I mean, if this was just random, why were they being tortured? Right? What was the reason for torturing these guys?
Fast forward a little bit. Fast forward a little bit.
It's really cold.
See these little markers on it? I think that was done by the police. I think.
Does that have anything to do with anything? The weird thing about this is that it's with the arrows and stuff.
Hold up, let me see. Oh my god. Hold up, did I get another?
So this house right here to me looked kind of abandoned, but I see this trash stuff there. I don't know if it's this one or the other one. I think I'm gonna get my jacket and kind of.
Melinda said, "Yo, thank you for the super chat." Oh man, I don't have a choice. I definitely gotta do. I gotta do that video. She said, "I was live stream with you here, and you made me effing nervous, bro." Yeah, I was. What I did was I recorded this. I went solo out there, and I mean, I don't even know if I let anybody know where I was at, but I went solo out there, and I recorded it. I made the video, and I played it. I live streamed it, but it was pre-recorded. But I live streamed commenting. And then I edited the video and I made a shorter version of my experience out there. But yeah, thank you, Melinda. I appreciate that for the super chat. They can demonetize this video, no problem. Take it.
I'm gonna regroup and come back. I don't want to step on somebody's property. I don't want to step on somebody's property if
I don't want to step on somebody's property and then I proceed to go inside. But it's abandoned, so it's not technically. This is the abandoned house right here. This is the front of the house. It's all grassy. Shit was creepy as hell.
The other thing with that is why the abandoned house? Was it random?
I actually went and knocked on this door, this house after, but they didn't answer. I was kind of like, maybe they'll say something to me.
Do they know where to drop these guys off? Weird. I'm gonna go back to the car though, get my jacket before approaching and taking a look around.
Yeah, there's a lot of ads on this thing. I'm surprised they're playing the ads. Just set up a meet and greet. I thought about that. I think I'm waiting till I get a little bit bigger. I'm waiting till I get a little bit bigger, but I thought about a meet and greet. Definitely one in Florida maybe sometime, and then I would love to go to Texas. I really would love to go to Texas sometime and hang out with some people and go eat some places, maybe go party a little bit, go to some bars, check out what there is to see. Preferably with somebody that carries. Texas.
Thing, I guess that's, I don't know. They're also saying
meet and greet at a trap house. I actually wanted to do a road trip. That would be kind of fun to go somewhere. You know what I want to do? I really want to go to an abandoned place, like an abandoned whatever. I don't want to go by myself. There was one place, I don't want to say it on live stream because I don't want nobody to steal my idea, but I've talked about it. There's this abandoned place by the Everglades, and there was 2 people that were murdered there, that I know of at least, where their bodies were found. They were shot. It was two guys, 2 separate occasions where they went to meet somebody. Their bodies were found in the canal, and it's in this abandoned place. And that's one of the trips that I really, really want to go to. I can't go alone though, but I want to bring batteries. I want to bring the camera. I want to make it like an all-day thing. I think it would be kind of dope. I actually would go to Deep Ellum. I would go to Deep Ellum. I thought about that the other day. Should go check out Deep Ellum.
How the police knew about the bodies, or how it was reported, or
I'm sure it's a cheap flight too, especially now with COVID. Cheap flight to Texas. I'm not driving. There's no way in hell I'm driving, but I would fly. I'll take a flight.
It's kind of strange. So I'm assuming the bodies were here. This house really could have nothing to do with anything, but I'm just
So curious.
A little bit earlier. It's actually open.
I'm in the trap crawl and deep elements. Most of the viewers on my channel is Florida and Texas, so definitely want to do something.
It's locked.
I think California is like in 3rd place too, or something like that.
Anybody here?
A YouTuber. Jason makes fun of me because of this.
It's trash. Anybody here?
I gotta work on the deep voice. Yo, anybody here? Hey.
Empty.
I think YouTube's trolling me. So just put these ads up, so next time he complains about ads and demonetization, they're gonna be like, "Oh, look, well, you got all these ads in this video."
I'm friendly, just saying hi. Just looking around into this. I don't know what the hell do I say. I'm that YouTuber you never heard of. Let me try approaching the front first before I go to the back.
Cringe. Washington, hey, Fish. Facebook.
This is so weird though, an abandoned house right here. Just like a regular community.
I agree.
Intense watching me now.
And then I said, when we all have a meet and greet with Mel, we should all buy one item of protection for him to prevent anything bad from happening. You could do that. We should go to the shooting range.
I hear them calling on the inside. This is weird, dude. I feel like I don't want to use this main camera to record them. But to me, there was 2 slow cars creeping here already.
There was a couple of cars while I was out here creeping, which made me kind of nervous. And I don't know if it's just because of the story, or maybe it's their neighborhood, or maybe these people at the stash house sent people to go check out, make sure everything's clear. This is the front door.
The neighborhood I like to be in. Let's try knocking. Anybody here? Super fucking creepy. So this is the times I definitely need somebody extra with me. I am gonna make a point of it though next week.
I didn't know Sylvia out this time. He probably would have came out with me, Sylvia. I don't even know if Sylvia knows about this video.
Week, maybe even tomorrow. To take precautions. Extra precautions now when I come out. Dude, there's not even a door handle really. Oh, that's it. That's it. That's it. Oh. Let me try the back. I should have came out earlier, but there was a red car here. First of all, he was just at the stop sign, and he was just there, just staying there. And there it had illegal tints, so I can't even see on the inside, and they were just there until I turned around and looked. And I stared at them, and then they finally kind of moved on. But, you know, it could be people wondering, why is this guy here? Or people.
All right, fast forward a little bit. Fast forward.
Is an external light. Anybody here? Hello?
That's true. Monica's probably watching the stream when we were talking about
Anybody here?
Mother and the boyfriend. That's a good point though. Why didn't she call 911 at the time when she first saw that video and they, you know, were FaceTiming?
Don't want any problems. I'm just I just do YouTube. Just wanted to check out this abandoned house. Hello?
Oh my god.
I can leave if you don't want me here. No problem. Hi. I'm in an abandoned house, Opalaka, 1801. Just letting it be known I'm here. Just checking out the place. Hello?
Hello? Oh god. I was freaked out. My heart was like,
not looking for any problems.
I'm about to drink some mud, and I think you should too.
What?
People often ask us why we are called mud water, and I get it. Drinking something called mud sounds a little iffy.
Yeah,
I stopped
sounds-
eating dirt when I was 5 years old.
Sounds like kava. Kava.
I can leave if you want me to leave.
Imagine coming here at night. Some of the weird things, like, so the place was like trashed, right? Most of the stuff, but then there was like this printer looked pretty clean and like it hadn't been there that long, and there was a few things that looked kind of like it was there recently.
It's a printer. I wonder how long this place has been abandoned. Kids' books. Hat. 2 hats. 3 hats.
It's a sombrero. Has to be the cartel. Sombrero.
Not looking for any trouble.
Bunch of iPhone boxes too.
iPhone cases. 2 of them. Bro. Hello.
Really small place too. I really wouldn't be surprised if there was stuff stashed in there. I just didn't do a thorough look. I mean, I looked through the drawers and stuff, but I like, there was holes in the walls. I mean, I didn't look in the bathroom. I mean, I didn't really want to find there was something there, you know? As far as
Right here, I can leave.
cartel stuff.
Fuck. Totally abandoned. Creepy as shit.
Dr. Seuss to get higher and read. Hey man, maybe they like Dr. Seuss. I should have collected those books. They were canceling them, right? Those books might be worth a lot of money. Oh damn, Melinda. Okay. So I'll give you a vest / cavalier. Other tactical items. Look like SWAT and a megaphone. Okay. Damn, Melinda's strapped up.
No power. Hi. Don't mean any problems. Shit. This place definitely needs to be fixed up. Okay. Cans. Full cans. Somebody homeless could be living here.
It's in the bag. Are they canceling? I heard somebody say something about SpongeBob. Is SpongeBob getting canceled? think we're gonna call it here, but or in a second we're gonna call the stream. SpongeBob. Let me see. But I thought somebody said I was getting a haircut the other day. No, maybe not. Oh, inappropriate SpongeBob episodes cut. Oh snap! They're coming for SpongeBob too. SpongeBob SquarePants virus theme episode pulled. How dare you make an episode about the virus? Sensitive bastards.
Hi. How you doing?
There was this weird like SUV that pulled up and they were just staring at me. It was kind of creepy.
Do you know about what happened? Do you know? Huh? Oh, okay. Is that what you're driving by here? Okay, I do YouTube. I'm a YouTuber. I make iCkEdMeL.
I do YouTube. It's okay. Don't worry. It's you can talk to me. Oh sure.
And so yeah, I was checking it out, and this is an abandoned house. It's completely empty in there. So I was kind of looking around, seeing the area. It was a little creepy because a couple of cars passed by. People were kind of looking at me, you know. So. Huh? What? Yeah. So it was 3 people. Supposedly they were being tortured in a truck, in a moving truck, and they shot him in the back of the head. And they threw the bodies right here. One guy survived, which that guy's probably got to be scared as shit. Right here was in this right here. And the one guy's in the hospital. The other 2 are dead. 50-year-old, 26-year-old. But I think the 26-year-old had a 1-year-old baby. So yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, we live close by.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the 2 guys that had a previous history. One here, this abandoned house, you know.
That was kind of it. And then I think I went back inside because there was a lot of ads on this. I'm so surprised. I guess that's a good thing. I shouldn't complain. It's great for when other people are watching, but when I'm watching, I'm inconvenienced by my own ads. Seems like, even though it's for my own benefit.
Visit the
ads.
Actually, I want to do one more quick sweep. Sorry. One more quick sweep. This is probably the creepiest shit I've ever done. I totally should be armed in here. I don't know. Those people that stopped, drove by, seemed a little sketch to me. I almost wonder if this was like some sort of cartel shit. What I wanted to do really quickly before I get out of here. This place is abandoned, but some of the stuff looks in decent condition. Well, not much. Cans. The other thing I gotta be careful too is because, yes, this place is abandoned. It's a shoe. But anybody could use this place as a stash house. And so I could be stepping into somebody else's place where they hide stuff.
And we'll leave it at that. 1 hour and 20 minutes. We'll cut it right there. You can watch the video. Just search iCkEdMeL abandoned crazy YouTuber goes into abandoned house. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me this morning. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the super chats, the cash apps, the likes. Please hit like on the video if you wouldn't mind. Thank you for coming through. The next thing that we're gonna do is I'm gonna collect information with regard to the story that Melinda was sharing, the Miami story. I briefly talked about it on another live stream. Flossie reminded me, and then last night we kind of looked a little bit at the petition. They have a petition for Christine, and so we're gonna get into that. I want to look up some news story articles and videos and see what we can do. So, but all right, thank you guys. Have a great day. Appreciate you. And I'm going to say peace and give it a couple of seconds. Peace. Give it a couple of seconds. I keep ending the stream too early, and then you guys don't hear me say peace. I think I had anxiety watching. I really want to go on that trip. I'm going to plan that trip. Maybe Silvio will come with me. Now that I have somebody local, more local friend, maybe Silvio one weekend or something, he'll come with me. After I take care of what Jason's been hounding me for a while, because I definitely got to go over there with something. Bang, bang. But thank you guys. Have a great day. Appreciate you. Take care of yourselves. Peace. 1.